Hello, you guys. So happy to be here with you guys this evening. Hey, Dave G, Tia, Johnny. You cracked me up waiting for the beat to drop. That was pretty funny every time. Oh, hello, single mom, now summer supporter. Mark Klein, pointer lover. LFT, Janelle, Dazed, Charlotte. So many good people in here. Hey, Ann, Shay, Shalima. How are you guys? The seven of us. Slink. Think I said hello, and Punksy. Okay, so I'm really excited for tonight. It's going to be pretty laid back. I hope that you guys can hear me pretty okay. I'm not going to be on camera. I was going to be on camera. I kind of had hurried and just thrown up on a tiny bit of makeup, and Allison's having some issues with her camera. So I think it'll probably be easier anyways, because the internet sucks here, and it seems like when I try to go on camera, then the internet starts messing up. I will come on for a second to say hello so y'all can see me. I'm here, no catfish, I swear. Well, I look pretty rough right now, but anyways, um, I'm really excited. I have a Allison from the channel True Crime Analyst coming on to talk to us tonight. She's backstage. I'm about to bring her in. I just wanted to say hello to you guys and kind of explain who Allison is. So I met her a few months ago, and we instantly started working on a case together. And I'll tell you guys, she is one of the most kind-hearted, genuine, loving women on this platform. There is so much craziness that happens. You guys know it just gets crazy. So I really do appreciate when I can find, the good people, because there are a lot of good people out there too. It's just the bad people, a lot of times that's what the focus is on. But anyways, she's an awesome person. I'm so happy and lucky and thankful to have her as my friend. And she has a really good channel where she does true crime, and she also has like a conspiracy. She's really interested in conspiracies and stuff. Um, if y'all would roll over laughing if you saw me on cam right now. Oh, thank you, and you're amazing too. Tia LFT and Crazy Mama over on the Decipher podcast, another awesome channel. Hey Deco, Mystic. So anyways, I'm gonna bring Allison in, you guys. Let's see. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Well, good. At least my volume isn't messed up, just the camera.
I know. Well, that's okay because I think it's better, like I said, on the internet, anyways. So,
Yeah.
did you have a good day today? What you been up to?
I literally got home 3 minutes before this started. I thought I was going to be late. Somebody went into the gas station. I had to stop there and got a 12-pack of beer and paid with quarters, you guys.
Oh
Quarters.
my goodness.
I was like, "Oh, come on, please hurry."
I remember when I was in college, I took even pennies down to the gas station to get cigarettes. Counting out pennies.
Yeah.
Believe It to Beaver is another awesome channel, and awesome person. She says, "Hello, Alex. Hello, everyone. We'll be listening and cleaning. I also love conspiracy theories. A lot of people love them. I mean, and they, like you would probably say, Allison, which we can get into it more. I want to kind of introduce who you are, but just quickly." um, when people call it conspiracy theories, when you're kind of researching and believing some of these theories, you think of it more as the truth, right?
Well,
That's
and literal well, that's just it, Allie, that what we used to be considered conspiracy theories are coming true. A lot of this stuff is really happening.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, so I guess let me just ask you first, well, for people who don't know who you are, how would you describe Allison or TCA or True Crime Analyst, because people know you by different things, but how would you describe yourself?
Oh, I'm I am just very plain Jane. I I like to fish, I like to hunt, I like to spend time with my kids and my grandkids, my family. I work. Um, I I try to help people as much as I can. And I'm not talking with money or anything. I'm talking I just try to be there for people because this world is it's a hard world we're living in, and this last probably 5 weeks have really made me look at things differently, and I am going to do a video about that sometime. It's
Yeah, I
anyways,
think
I'm
you
not going to go into
definitely
that
should.
tonight, but I'm just I, I don't consider myself I'm normal. Well, I shouldn't say normal. I like to laugh, I like to joke. um I try to make every day make it the best that I can. I mean, we all have bad days, but I get up, I pray every morning, I go to bed and I pray, and I think God himself has got me through a lot of things, and I'm blessed. I can't complain about anything in my life. I really can't.
Awesome. Thank you, Cher, so much. I so appreciate that. That's another awesome channel who I love. Cher is a friend of mine, and she has a really good channel. And thank you for that. That's really sweet. Um, let's see this. So yeah, the world has gotten way too harsh. I think that if you do, I would love to see you do a video on kind of what you've been through in the last few weeks. One, I think you could help a lot of people because you've been through a couple different situations that are just tough. And then also, I think it would be good for you to kind of
I
have
think
a
so.
vent. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Mod Squad. Um, so yeah. So let's see, what brought you to YouTube?
Well, um, in 2018, the Watts case, of course. Um,
Wow.
yep, that brought me into YouTube. I literally I watched it for maybe watched videos for like 8 months. I had no idea you could even get in a live chat on YouTube. I thought it was just videos. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chris Watts brought me into YouTube. And then Harry Milligan brought me, I made my channel because of Harry. And so yeah, now my channel isn't Harry as much because I've passed on Harry to three amazing ladies who are the Decipher podcast.
Yeah, awesome, awesome
Yes,
women.
yes. They have done so much. So much. I never expected half of what they've done. Let me just put it to you this way. They've done more in the last 3 months than anybody has ever done, including law enforcement.
Crazy. I still need to get with them to talk about some, those messages. There's some really interesting stuff in there, which I won't get into it here,
Yeah.
just for purposes of, I don't even want to say who it is on here.
Yeah.
But
They
just
need to start their own private investigation company. I'm telling you. I call them the Three Pistol Annies.
they deserve so much. I think they deserve such a huge platform, and I can't wait to see that happen.
And
I
it
think
will happen. I
it will,
guarantee
and
you.
once they do, I fully believe they will make real change in this world and in these
Yep.
cases. And Chris Watch is usually to blame.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's kind of what got me here too. And before I entered the live chats, I was watching like all the interviews, the body cam, all those things over and over. And it's just so interesting. So many of us kind of came from the Watts case.
Yeah.
So, speaking of the Watts case, then let me ask you, what is your opinion on What do you think happened that night? I love you.
Well, I have to be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I think, in my opinion, on the Watts case and other cases too, not all of them, just the ones that have been thrown into the mainstream media so much and it's everywhere. And I believe it is an orchestrated event. And I will die saying that because somebody proved to me that it wasn't.
Mod Squad sounds like an unpopular opinion. Yeah, that laugh gave it away, didn't it? The little
Yeah, and
giggle.
it's just there's so much, and I blame that on Think for Yourself because I went out to prove her wrong, and I actually couldn't. I couldn't prove her wrong, and I'm like, wait a second. So then that brought me into researching so many other things. There's so much corruption and so much bad things going on with the government and Hollywood. And I'm going to be doing quite a few videos now that my life is starting to settle down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm working on the president of Ukraine right now, and I'm working on the Bob Saget
Ooh, cool.
murder, I'm going
Um,
to say.
Cher
uh,
is really into that stuff too. She's very into the conspiracy theories. She's actually
who?
had someone share Voices Behind the Wall. She
Yes, I
commented
have
in,
never got to meet her. Yes, you've told
well,
me that before.
yeah, and she's actually had someone on her channel that is like, uh, uh, share that guy that came on. How would you describe, like, I know he's like maybe ex Illuminati. I don't know. He's very knowledgeable.
Oh,
He's
you
written books
guys,
about it.
yeah.
You should go check out those videos.
I will
You're gonna
go.
love that.
I will is what's her channel name again?
On the screen right there, you see the comment on the screen.
Oh, I guess I can look at the comments. Sorry, guys.
Ex Freemasonry. I'll have to
Yeah,
send you the link because her I don't know that. I mean, you
I
might be
got
able
it.
to
I
type it
got
in.
it. I
Oh,
got it.
okay, awesome. Yeah.
Yep. So
New
yeah,
stuff.
there's a lot of
Lynn
things.
says new stuff about Bob Saget came out that made it even more like murder. So and you said murder. That's
Mhm.
interesting.
Yep. Um, the body cam is a
Hey,
joke.
Amber.
The from the cops that I'll do that, but yeah, it's a joke. It really is. It's unbelievable. It's either a murder or it's an orchestrated event. Or Bob Saget's his dad was a Freemason, and I'm assuming he probably was. I haven't really researched that as much, but they make a mockery out of us when they put this stuff out there. And but I'm not sure on him yet. But if it was a murder, they let it happen. They wanted it to happen. So yeah, with the new body cam, I couldn't believe it.
Crazy.
Just
She says he's working on part 2 currently. God willing, pray for Atlee and child strength and safety. That's the guy's name. At I don't even know how to say
he's
that,
working on
but I'll
part.
find the link and send it to you, or you found the
Yes,
channel.
please do.
So,
Yes, I will come
um,
and go watch your video, share.
so let me think of what my next question's gonna be because we just planned this on the fly, and we talk often, so I kind of thought we could just jump on here and I could think about it. So let me see. Um, okay, if you could give anyone advice that wants to start a channel about YouTube or even starting a channel, what would you tell them?
Repeat that.
So if someone, if, and let's say this is someone you really care about, right? Like maybe one of your kids or, just someone really close to you, a close friend at home, and they're like, I want to start a YouTube channel and start going live. What would you say?
Right now, or
Yeah. What would you
um,
say to them? What would you warn them about? What advice would you give
I
them? Like,
would. My advice to them would be, I would have a whole list of people to stay away from. And be strong because no matter how good you are, good of a person you are. Um, People are always going to try to knock you down over something. It doesn't matter. But you can't, just stay strong and not let people get to you, and try to stay out of the drama as much as possible. I mean, you're on
Yeah.
YouTube, you're going to have a little bit of it, but don't make it worse. You know what I mean? Just,
Yeah.
you know, and stick to the true crime. If it's going to be, if that's what you want to do, stick to the true crime.
Yeah. And that's a good one. You can never make everyone happy. So that's
Yep.
good advice. It's crazy because you don't even know what you're. Well, first of all, you when you want to start a channel, like at least I know a lot of people that I've talked to, they want to start it for so long. It takes that final step to starting it is like a big, huge step. um but you just don't know what you're in for. Like for me personally, I was not very good at like handling criticism, constructive criticism or anything. And I think I've gotten better at that, and I think you have to be able to handle that because you're if you have a video, especially like on TikTok where my videos have gotten huge views, but even here, once a video gets like viewed pretty well, you're going to start getting comments that aren't nice. Maybe they are, but maybe they're just kind of calling you out for something you need to be called out for. Maybe it's like
Yep.
a variety of things, but it's I was awful at that. Um,
Well, the one thing I can say is the people that don't matter to me, I don't listen to them. I don't care what they think because they're off bashing everybody else. My subscribers that like me for me, my friends, those are the people that matter, and I want to make them happy. So I guess constructive criticism doesn't bother me if it's coming from somebody that I know is trying to make me better.
yeah,
But so yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah, it's hard. And we talked about doing even a deeper dive into kind of what not only being on YouTube, but also kind of what the drama and stuff, what it can do to you physically and mentally when you're off of YouTube, and kind of
Oh,
showing some of that.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
hard
And you
to
don't even
avoid
have
it.
to
I
be
mean, totally.
involved. Sorry.
I know that. Now, no, I'm glad you said that. That is an excellent point because it's for one, for me, it's a little different. Like as being a creator, it sucks because I have friends at each other, that don't like each other, or even people who have been viewers of my channel for a year. Most of the people, I've created relationships with all these people, and then they start battling. And what do you do? Like, I'm not choosing sides. I'm not in high school. I'm minding my own damn business. Some people don't like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but the thing is that even for the viewer who still doesn't have these personal relationships, they still feel they need to choose sides, and it puts them through a lot. I wish that creators would think, like, just take one final thought before you go live about some drama or clapping back to someone or starting something. Make sure that it's what you want to do because you're dragging your viewers through hell, emotional hell, a lot of the times. Not always, I'm not saying always, but
Yep.
sometimes you really are. It's tough.
Yep. It's hard. It really is. Especially life out there. It's it's hell too. Everything
Yeah.
that we're going through here in the world, and then this is supposed to be our place to come to, you know, dig into what we're digging into, whether it's true crime or what. And then you have all the people that you care about fighting and arguing, and it's
Yeah.
hard. It really is. I was having a double whammy with some of the stuff I was going through with a friend, and then all this. I couldn't hardly get on. And not that I had the time, but it was kind of nice to get that break too. But then I felt guilty because I didn't feel like I was supporting people enough, and I felt bad. But
Yeah. Oh,
as long as
Johnny, thank you.
yeah,
I know exactly what you mean. So let me
I
think of how.
Allie
Go ahead.
makes me want to be a better person too, Johnny, so I know what you mean.
Aw, thank you guys. That's sweet. I love Johnny and I love you. I just, I don't know. It's crazy. Every single day, something happens and I'm like, whoa, I can't believe people would go that low every day. And I'm not just saying on one side or another. I don't care about I'm not like exclusively talking about any group of people, any side, anything. I'm just saying every day something happens. I don't understand it. How you could go so low. I mean, when you really start affecting people's real lives, their family members, their kids, I mean, I don't know. It's depressing sometimes and it is very stressful.
I mean,
Um,
sometimes you see people doing what they do and you just want to cry for that person that is it's it's bad. I
yeah,
don't know how people can be so mean. We are adults, but people can be really mean.
I
And
know.
we wonder why some of I'm not saying all children, but the generation of kids these days, why there's so much bullying and hate. And to me, it your kids are going to follow what they see. At least my kids, they can't believe some of the things that happens on here, and I just don't want. I think people, if you're around positivity, you're gonna be more positive. The more negative people you're around, you tend to go more negative. So I'm
Yeah.
just trying to stay with the positive and do my thing.
Hey, truth teller too. Thank you. She said two great ladies. I want to make sure you saw that because I know
Yes.
you love
Hey,
her.
TT, love you.
Um, Sorry, my phone was ringing as you were talking. I did not turn it on silent. But yeah, I don't know. I'm with you. We talk all the time, and I know what kind of you're going through personally, and I know, uh, and I think about it. Other people are probably going through stuff like that too, and
Absolutely, they are.
yeah, and then you put all this on top of it. Some of the stuff, like even with TT, I was watching the replay of the other day, her live, and I mean, I cried tears.
Mhm.
I cannot believe. Oh, I just can't believe. Like some things are just, it's
And
just
and
wrong.
truly, I do know what a good person she is. I mean, not just from YouTube. Personally, she is one of my friends that I talk to all the time.
Yeah, and I know
And
that. I know that. And but I mean, even no matter what, just I don't know. We just got to do better and treat each other better and not be like what horrible tragedy she's been through has
ah,
nothing to do with YouTube. Nothing. People need to stop. When you are at the point of bringing up those things and stuff, you really need to sit down and look in the mirror and check yourself because it's not good. I don't know. Some folks, this is their job. Yeah, you're right, Slink, and that's a huge problem. And I'm not saying with personally like people that I know, but think about even the bigger channels and stuff. If people get rewarded by getting a ton of views for bad behavior, like Trisha Paytas.
who?
Um, this it's a YouTuber named Trisha Paytas. She has millions of viewers, and she will literally do things just to like she says that she's a white girl with blonde hair. She's claimed that she was mixed. She's claimed that she was transgender. She claimed that she had not borderline. Um it used to be called multiple personality disorder. She's claimed all these things on videos because she knows it's shocking and people will want to watch. And then, she gets a big paycheck from that. Yeah, she did say she identified as a chicken nugget. She just says really
Huh?
crazy, shocking stuff. Yeah.
What? Say that one more time.
She
She
once said that
identified.
as a chicken nugget. Yeah. Um, she just does crazy things that she knows are going
Well,
people
if
are
you
going to
ask
be like,
me, then she shouldn't be on YouTube because chicken nuggets aren't on YouTube. talking.
Well, I know. And then chicken nuggets get a big old check for doing stupid stuff like that, and then that positive reinforcement to continue to keep doing it. That's
Yeah,
psychology,
see that I don't that blows me away. But then you've got people out there, I mean, they get all this money. And then you got people out there that really do need, help, or, really like Harry Milligan Fund. You can't get people to donate to something that is so important or to somebody that really, really needs it. They would rather donate to other stuff like chicken nuggets.
Yeah, for real. I know it's sad. Even like when I covered Harry Glare identifies a poo poo. Um, when I covered him, it was like that was the least viewed live stream I've ever had, and it hurt my heart because I think you want to bring these cases that need attention so bad, but you also have to do videos that people are going to want to click on and watch. So
Hmm.
you have to find that balance, and his case needs attention so bad, and thank God he's getting it from, Decipher podcast. And even on that video I did, there were a few people who had seen it, that the person with the diving company, you could still make a difference, but it's just sad to see. And then, people love, there's other things that they, their attention is focused on. I don't know. It's upsetting. It is.
Yeah, it
Hey,
is.
without borders and broken justice.
Hello, ladies.
So someone had asked me to ask you again, what was your opinion of what happened the night at the Watts house? I
You're really
forgot
going to
to.
make me do this again, aren't you?
Well, let me
I,
ask you this: do you think that? What about Gabby Petito's case? Because then you can just tie it in. And if do you think that was a, um, what
orchestrated
do you? Yeah,
100%. I believe that it's like I said, if you know your symbolism, your numerology, and the Freemasons, um, yeah, they throw that in your face. And I believe, and the cases, that's one of the things that you really want to watch for. If there's a case and most of them that are orchestrated, they get thrown all over the media. But you got these people that are, dying and getting murdered every day, coming up missing. Why why aren't they all over the media?
I
Um,
know.
and then when you start watching their social media, and it's the numerology, what they use in the background. They're not looking at the people talking. They throw this stuff like in the background, and you're like, once you get to know it, you're shaking your head thinking, wow, they are disgusting, and they are literally making a mockery out of every one of us.
Yeah, I've always wondered that. What makes, because it's not only, when Gabby Petito happened, you hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, she's getting attention because she's white and blonde and
Nope.
whatever." And I don't necessarily think it's that. I think there's other cases that they push out there in front of us of people of all kinds. But I
Oh,
do
you guys,
wonder
yeah. Yep,
why.
you're right.
Yeah, it's upsetting too when you cover true crime and you see like all these other cases that need so much attention. When I do that true crime news, I go through Crime Online, and I'll look at that on my free time too, just like at home. And I'll tell you, every single day there's like 10 to 20 new cases I've never heard of the most god awful, horrible things happening. And you just, I don't know. It's,
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep, I agree. But yeah, I don't just look at a case and say, "Oh, that was orchestrated." I I pick apart the body cam, everything, and I look at things in the background that they're throwing at us, and they've used in previous things too. It all depends on what it is, that is making me, and then I go back and I review other cases that do the same thing.
Yeah, see, can you guys go in there for a second? I sorry, the kids, the boys. Well, Trenton came in here. Bentley was already in here. I'm not. I just don't completely buy it yet with these cases. I like to listen and learn from you guys because I think a lot of the things that that you and Megan and different people who do talk about orchestrated events and conspiracies and stuff. But I'm the kind of person like I don't know. I'm real skeptical, so I
Yep.
don't totally buy it, but I do somewhat, and I do. Some of the things are true undeniably, but
Well, they have an agenda. They're not just doing this for, they have an agenda, and it's all going to come out. I promise you that. It's all going to come out. And that's another video that I'm going to be doing about the government and what they're doing to us too. Yeah.
so let me ask you, your channel and moving forward, what are your plans? What are you going to be focusing on the most? What are
I'm going
you
to be focusing on the world right now, what's going on, and how it ties into biblical prophecy, and how our own government is, how do I want to put it? They are conditioning everybody to follow what is to come, which is the start of a new world order. And it has nothing to do with socialism, and it's not that. They are going to, how do I want to put it? They are making, the world's bad enough, but they are making it look so much worse than it really is, because whoever's coming in 2024, I don't know who it is. I have a feeling I know. Um, that'll be the world savior, and people are going to flock to him and idolize him, and they're going to think that person, whoever's coming in to save this world, is going to save us. And no, the only person saving us is Jesus, in my opinion. So,
interesting?
yep,
See, I think just because you mentioned the socialism thing, I wish more people would see a lot of those things are fear tactics that
absolutely.
one
Yep.
political party or another uses. Like, the last election, it was a fear tactic from the right wing to kind of scare
Mm-hmm.
you from going to the other side, and the other side does it too. They both do that stuff.
Yep.
They make
And
you
and
so
that's just
scared.
it. Anybody that knows me, Allie, um, two, 2 years ago, I was the hugest Trump supporter you could imagine. Huge, huge Trump supporter. And then COVID came in. Um, I started seeing things that just didn't add up. Here you had Hillary and Trump on stage arguing. But then you would see pictures, they were
Yeah.
at a hotel, at a restaurant, and they were all drinking wine with the Obamas.
Mhm.
And I believe that COVID actually got me started too into researching about the government. And I know I'm no longer red or blue. I am not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I am a God loving woman, and that is it.
Yeah.
There is no, that you guys think that they're fighting. No, this was all pre-planned.
Yeah,
Um,
it's all a lot of politics
yep,
anyway for years and years.
exactly.
That
Yep,
it's all about making you vote for them
yep.
and not the other side, and
They want
it's
us
just so
fighting. And
frustrating.
look what they're doing. They're getting it done.
Yeah, they
They
are,
are,
and now
yeah,
if you'll notice, a lot of right wing, you'll hear talks of civil war all the time, and um, you know, they're pushing that out, these
yep.
ideas out into our brains and into us through TikTok, Twitter, all these. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's frustrating for me. See, I usually vote left. My kids are being wild. I'm sorry.
And see, when I started reading the Bible and really understanding it, I, we're really not we're supposed to pray for them. Well, I try, but I get so aggravated at both sides that honestly, this world, I'm ready for Jesus to come because it's going to get bad, you guys, and I just hope that, you know, people can have some faith. And because, when they say that your husbands will turn against wives, wives turn against husbands, you got wives and husbands killing each other, really, in true life, not orchestrated. You've got parents killing their kids, kids killing their parents. I mean,
Yeah,
who does that? Who can
I
do
know.
that?
It's gotten crazy. Slink, oh man, I hope you're not a fan of him, but I try to keep my opinion to myself quite a lot on that. But I have mentioned a few times that I'm like a major, like I used to be a major Trump hater. I don't particularly like him still, but I'm not like such a hater. But I just couldn't with him. Like there's so many instances. Like I'll stop after this one thing. Like when they were at the press conference and he's like talking to the doctors live about different things that could kill COVID, and then mentions like about injecting bleach or disinfectant, and he was dead serious. And that Dr. Burks, the look on her face, she was so I'll never forget watching that. She was like, "Oh my God, not live!" Like, no, no, no. But
Yeah.
yeah, he just did so many things that I'm like, and he's running the country. Like we are screwed.
I mean, seriously, you guys, back in the 1990s, Oprah Winfrey did a video on Trump. Do you think you'll be president one day? And he pretty much said, well, if I am, I won't lose because I'm not a loser. I win. But you think about it. Yes, people hated Trump because he was he whatever, a womanizer, whatever. But you got to admit, he made it look like the our country was bringing in revenue. People their jobs.
Oh,
He made
he's good at what
Yes,
he does for
okay.
sure.
You guys, that is all planned. And then everybody thought Trump was going to win the election, right? Well, they're making, of course, this is all planned. They brought Biden in that can't, sorry, he can't even finish a conversation. I'm not saying anything bad. It's all planned again. So then in 2024, whoever comes in, and like I said, I if you want me to tell you, I will, who I believe is going to come in, and the world is going to get so much better, and everybody's going to think he's going to save the world. It's not. This is this is read the Bible and you'll understand where it's coming from. But yeah, it's going to look better, but it's not, because then it gets really bad.
Okay,
And
well
and
we'll
I don't
see
know
if
if
your
you're
predictions come true. What's that guy's name? Nostradamus. Nostradamus, true
yeah,
crime
and I
analyst
don't
over
even
here.
know if they're predictions, or if they know, it's a lot of things. It shows in the Bible what's going to happen if you really understand it. I was looking at the Illuminati card game the other day. That was in the 1990s, I think, is when it was made.
I saw that online when I was kind of looking into some of this stuff because I've researched it.
Yep.
I'm
And
skeptical still, but yeah, I've looked. I saw that the
yep.
um
I think everything that's in those cards has happened. And like I said, the card game was made in the 1990s. I think that I can't really say if it's orchestrated or, you know, Jesus, everybody know, when you're born, everybody knows it's going to take place. There's, how do I want to put it? Jesus knows, everybody, the prophets knew, they wrote the Bible, and it's happening. So is it orchestrated by our government, or is it orchestrated by our God? Because all these things must come to pass before he can come back.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Um I want to say to this comment, I will say Trump did facilitate and donate to rescue trafficked people and funded their therapy. I thought that was amazing. And then as soon as I started reading it, Pointer Lover said there was no proof he did that. If he did it, that is awesome. But he did do one other thing that I was pretty happy about. He for treatment options, addiction, and that kind of thing, he gave like an extra several $billion to the Appalachian region because it was so hardly hit by, Oxycontin and that kind of thing. So I thought that was pretty good too. See, for me, I'm not into organized religion, but I do believe in God. But
Yeah.
also I'm really skeptical of everything unless I see dead on proof of it in front of my face. I'm
Yeah.
probably going to be like, eh.
Well, and
Um,
that's, yeah. I honestly, you guys, I've always believed in God. I would go to church every now and then, um, with my kids, but I've always believed in God. But when COVID hit, I don't know what it did to me, but I started really reading my Bible, and I don't go to church now because I can learn more with the Bible because I have that relationship where I understand it now than I
yeah,
do walking into any church, because that takes away from everybody is when you see all these people going to church and they are giving themselves to God and they're getting down on their hands and knees and they're going down and praying at the altar, and then turn around and be on Facebook talking about people and drinking and whatever. That throws people away from what the relationship. People don't like, I did not like seeing that, and I didn't go back to church after that. I do my church with my Bible, and I do Bible studies online to people that help me understand things too, that I believe are good people. So, yeah, I won't go to church anymore. I think it's ridiculous how these days a lot of the church people act. I'm not saying everybody, but there's
yeah.
75% of them, they are the biggest hypocrites ever.
I know, and
Want
it's
to
like
judge and not pray and not help people. That's what's irritating.
they're like, my way's right, and then this other kind of church, no, our way's the only way. Why can't? And then I don't know. I just don't like all of that. I feel like people can interpret things. They can read it and interpret things differently. I just don't like all that. I don't know. If
Yeah.
uh, I
Yep.
don't know. Okay, so let me ask you. Um, let's back to true crime just for a minute.
Okay.
What true crime case are you most interested in right now besides Harry's? And which one besides Harry's, because I know that one would be your answer for sure, but which case has touched you the most
The
or kind of
government.
changed your
Our government's true crime.
well, what
Besides that, I
yeah.
would
Hey
have to
Melissa.
say Bob Saget.
Oh,
Right
really?
now, right now, I have seen a lot of things going. I'm just now, but yeah, Bob Saget. I will always, Harry will always be my number one. But when I handed and asked somebody to help and seen it was the Decipher podcast, I I literally I'll do things that they want me to. But when you get so many different hands in the fire, it can cause an explosion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're doing such an amazing job. I don't want to screw up something. And so Harry, like I said, I do things for them. But as far as investigating things, they've covered it all. I wouldn't even know what else to investigate because they've done it all. So yeah, I'm doing the Bob Saget right now.
Blink
And
says theory, please, on Bob Saget. Do you have a quick,
well,
at
I've
least
got,
a
he was either murdered or it's an orchestrated event. And if he was murdered, it was premeditated.
hmm, I can't wait to watch your video because I don't know like anything about it. Ooh, awesome, Lynn. I will ask that first. Let me say, Pointer Lover Alex, he did some good things, but I'm just gonna be quiet on him about Trump. That's how I feel. I'm
Yep.
like I said, I used to be Trump hater at my state fair. I live in West Virginia, and it's like a huge, Trump lovers everywhere. And we had these things like they had these cutouts, cardboard cutouts of him, and I took photos of myself with them and sent them to my family and stuff because they all know how much I couldn't stand him. I'm like,
Yeah.
see? So yeah. Um, yeah, Tia says she can't wait to hear your Bob Saget video either, which I'm looking forward to that. So let me ask you, do you have any a theory on the Summer Wells case?
Honestly, I don't, because the only time I've really ever watched Summer Wells is with you. I've really not dug um into her a lot. The other case that I is the ones that we did, um, with Steph, me and you and Steph. That's the only other case that I really look into a
Delphi?
lot. Huh?
Delphi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, let's see. Do you have, what is your theory on the Delphi case? And then I don't know if you know this person that Bieber's talking about, Isaac Cappy. She said, any
Mm-mm.
thoughts on Isaac Cappy?
No.
I don't
Uh,
know who that is either. Oh, Tia says, I love Isaac. I
where? Who is he?
have no idea. Um, Maybe a little more than meets the eyes. Yeah. I'm really having some really weird thoughts about this guy who has inserted him. Now, you know, I've called out the parents in the Wells case from day one when they've done shady stuff, but while also trying to be respectful of them, maybe not being guilty. But there's a lot of weird stuff. Their stories don't line up. There's many lies, pranks, jokes, bunch of bullshit. We all know that. But Tim Mullen, he is their media manager. And I'm doing air quotes when I say that because so TBI offers each family going through like a missing child, something like that. They offer you a media manager to help your family, set up websites, set up things with the press, interviews, and all of that kind of thing. Well, this man, he does photography and stuff for the local their newspaper, like an online publication, or maybe it's printed too. I don't know. But, anyways, so he started posting about Summer immediately. And there was a red truck spotted on her road when she went missing, and he owns a red truck. But he walked up to Candace at the second prayer vigil. I heard her tell the story on the Glare, and I'm going to watch that on my channel. I about did it earlier, but um, I I couldn't do it earlier. But anyways, so he goes up to Candace at the second prayer vigil and inserts himself and asks to help with the media and that kind of thing. And I just keep getting those vibes of like the men who commit a crime and then go help the searchers look for that person, or you know what I mean, that you hear that all the time, that people who commit a crime, they will go and help the search, they want to talk to police, they sometimes will be right there in you know not hiding or anything. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening.
Hey,
Yeah.
small town New York. So I'm wondering, if do you know what I mean though, like haven't you seen in other like crime shows or true crime things where people who were involved would help join the search and those kind of things?
Yeah.
So now I'm getting a really weird vibe about him. Now get this, I did a 2-part deep dive into him like a month or two ago, and went through his Facebook posts, and there was a lot. And now I go back, and a lot of them are deleted, the ones about Summer and stuff. So I don't know what to think anymore. I'm side eyeing him majorly, and I want to maybe do some more digging, but
Yeah.
it's
Um,
weird.
Allie, I was going to ask you, when do you think Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow is going to go to court, or do you think they will?
Well, just the other day, so Chad's lawyer was trying to have the case severed, where Chad could go to court on his own and Lori could go to court on her own, because she's in the mental institution until she's able to understand her charges.
Yeah.
Well, the judge said no. So until Lori is found competent, go outside and take the puppy out. Until Lori's found competent, they won't go. So I don't know, but it's scheduled for next year.
Okay. What about that one little boy that the stepmother, you worked on that case? I've not dug into that. From the little boy, the stepmom supposedly
Oh, Gannon,
Gannon. Yeah, winner that one.
I believe, oh man. Well, it was supposed to be in May, but now it's probably going to get pushed back because she she's pleading the insanity. And now she has to go through a whole bunch more evaluations, even though she's already been evaluated twice. Um, and she was found competent to stand trial. But that's different than pleading. So there's competency to stand trial, and then some states they will allow you to plead insanity, as your plea. But that's two different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, so who the hell knows? But that case right there, oh my God.
See, I just can't. That one there bothers me. That's sad.
Well, I was gonna ask you, it bothers me too, but some people they have a really hard time following children's cases and that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. Thank you, small town New York RN. I love your new name. Um, how do you feel about these children's cases?
Well, like I said, when I first with the Watts, oh my gosh, it destroyed me, you guys. I got so into it, I couldn't sleep. I would literally cry um for those little girls and Shanann. I mean, it was bad. And I'm telling you, it took a lot out of me until I watched Megan one night and I got mad at her. I was very upset, thinking, how can this lady say this about this poor mother and her kids? I can imagine what Shanann's parents were saying. And so I like I said, I set out to prove her wrong, and I actually she proved me because I there was nothing that she was right, everything. Because I mean, I went back for 2 years. I literally researched, and in my opinion, I can't say she's 100%. I can't even say I'm 100%, but it shows that it was an orchestrated event. Now, Summer, I don't know. If it was something that I knew really happened and it was a child, I don't think I could research it. I really don't.
See, a
It
lot of
bothers
people
me.
say that. For me, I'm not as interested in in adult cases. I know that it's heartbreaking, but
Mhm.
those are the ones I feel. Children are the ones I feel most passionate about.
Yeah.
Most times it's their caregiver or somebody failed them majorly, and I just want to I just have it in me to want to almost not save them, but
Yep.
help them in some way. And I don't know. Those are the ones I watch true crime of, you know, adults being killed and things like that. And I find it interesting, but not enough to really follow it passionately, cover it on my channel. I really like to do
Yeah.
mainly the
And
kid.
you know me, I like to cover the ones that nobody's really covering. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Um, so yeah.
The thing with that is, sorry, I'm looking for my Reese cup. The thing with that is, and this is the what I find myself in. There's a few cases that get a lot of attention that people want to hear about, and new ones will come.
Yeah.
And I like to cover the ones that people are very interested in,
Mhm.
because I want to, introduce
Grow your
people to my
channel.
channel.
Yep.
Yeah, and then also cover the ones that there's not as much interest in, and maybe some of that interest from the bigger cases will funnel through into the smaller ones too.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. Yeah. My problem is I am so soft-hearted. I don't like covering cases that my friends are covering. You know that. I've said that since day one. I feel like I'm stepping on their toes. I don't know why. Because you told me no, 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 that
No, yeah,
I feel bad when I start doing that. Unless we're
but
doing it together.
it's all about awareness
Yep.
to me.
But
Who cares
but
about the
you're
views or who's
different than some people.
yeah, well, I think I want people to cover the cases I'm covering because that's just more awareness. But I know what you mean. Some people get like act like they own a case and nobody else can cover it, or
Yeah.
I've seen that a little bit in the Wells case at times with channels I'm not that familiar with, but you can tell that they get very, they feel like they own the case.
Yep.
Nobody owns the case. Summer is a person. She is a little baby who is missing.
Mhm.
Nobody owns her case. And we should all be talking about it. The more, the better. So that just ugh,
Yep.
frustrating.
I agree.
Well, I don't know. He's Slink. Collaborating opens a third eye. Well, I guess that's all I have for right now. Do you want to see if anybody in chat has a question for you? Hey, Katie Bug, or is there anything else you wanted to cover today? I know we have a couple other collabs that we want to do in the future too.
What's that?
I was um is there anything else that you
No.
wanted to say today or wanted to talk
No, I
about?
just thank you for talking to me on here and thank all your subscribers and for coming in and listening to us. It's really appreciated.
Well, I thank you for coming on. I love you very much. I think you're one of the gems of this community. I think
You are
more
too.
people more people have to know that this is one of, like I said when I started, the most kind-hearted, loving, genuine people that I know. And there's so many in the chat too. A lot of you guys I've gotten, close with, but there's some really shitty people out there. So when you find the good people, you're like, oh, you guys are so good. You know what I mean? Oh, but
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good people here. There really is, but sometimes just the few bad people can just ruin it for everybody. You know what I mean?
mhm, they really, really do. Um,
But we have to just keep going and be strong and keep positive. Positive.
mhm. Love you, Amanda. And Slink Allison's channel is. Sorry, I started eating this Reese's cup. I should have waited. But Allison's channel is in the description. And Tia and Leave It to Beaver both said they so enjoyed this live. So that's awesome. That makes me happy. I
Well,
love you guys so much.
thank you guys.
Allison, thank you so much for coming, and I
No
love you.
problem.
And I
Thank
can't
you for
wait
having
until
me. And we'll do this again. We'll do
yeah,
this
we're doing.
again.
Except next time we'll do some kind of topic or something fun like that.
Yeah, maybe you can come to my channel too. I would love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I would love that. All right, well, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.